Men having no emotional control leads to catastrophes. Many crimes are actually committed because of a lack of emotional control. Attacking someone out of anger or doing something bad out of jealousy. Emotional men will never reach success in their life. Because if you want to get successful, you have to be able to control your emotions and always be able to act in a rational and logical way. Little things like complaining about the traffic jam or the weather and things in general that you don't have control over shows the lack of emotional control. There are two main important things about Stoicism. First is that you always act logical and rational despite of how you are feeling. And secondly is that you only care about things that are in your own control. Regarding the first point, I see many men that don't really have themselves under control. If something doesn't go their way, they instantly rage and make the situation worse than it was before. Most people can't stay calm during an argument because they instantly explode. Most people never even had a proper argument because it always turns into an emotional outburst and insults from both sides. This also applies to other things though, not only anger. For example, if a typical guy doesn't want to go to the gym right now, he simply doesn't go. Because he listens to his emotions, he doesn't progress in life. But a stoic guy goes to the gym even if he doesn't feel like it. Therefore, he improves continually. Same goes for diet. Many guys fail to eat healthy because they fall victim to the urge to eat fast food and candy, instead of resisting the urge and eating the healthy food. Here again, a stoic guy would still eat the healthy food even though he would rather eat the junk food. How you are feeling means nothing. Your emotions shouldn't hold you back from doing the right things. Another good example would be love. There are guys who are in a toxic relationship that is literally destroying themselves from the inside, and they know that leaving the girl is the smartest decision. But instead they stay with the girl because they are afraid of loneliness. There are even people who are killing themselves out of love, which doesn't make sense. For example, your emotional brain will tell you that, I will never find one like her, or I will be lonely for the rest of my life if I don't stay with her. And as you can see, these things seem pretty stupid. This is why you can't trust your emotions, or as many call it, your heart. Listening to your heart mostly leads to bad decisions and regret. If you spend $2,000 on a random girl because your heart tells you so, then don't be surprised if your life is shit. Of course, this all doesn't mean that you shouldn't feel anything. It just means that you don't have to act on these emotions. The second thing about Stoicism I mentioned earlier is that you should only focus on things that are in your own control. Too many guys focus on things that they cannot control and therefore live miserable lives. They complain about their genetics, the weather, actions of other people and so on. This way you don't have control over your own life and are bound to external circumstances. What you have to do instead is to only focus on things you can change yourself. What you have to do instead is to only focus on things you can control and change by yourself. For example, if your body is shit, then don't complain about your genetics. Rather, hit the gym and build an aesthetic body. If you are stuck in traffic, rather than complaining about it, you could use the time to listen to an audiobook or something like that. Instead of complaining about the actions of other people, focus on what you as a person can do to make your life better. By adopting this mindset, you will gain so much more control over your own life and make it possible for you to make it a happy and fulfilling life with your own hands. Being stoic is one of the best things you can adopt as a man. All in all, Stoicism can be summarized in 2 sentences. Don't listen to your emotions, always stay logical and rational, and secondly, only care about things that are in your own control. Always improve, it only gets better from here.